Good evening, everybody. Dr. Glow here with Black Girl Everything. I'm excited that everybody's tuned in to the 100th episode. We were celebrating today the 100 episodes that we have recorded for our mini expos with all these great Black women-owned businesses. I hope you've enjoyed the show thus far, or the presentation, however you want to perceive it. But I'm definitely excited to be able to hear in 18 months of Black Girl Everything to celebrate this organization and what we have accomplished. One of my major accomplishments for this year in 2020 and going into now actually 2021, because I've been working on this piece for a while now, is my upcoming book. I'm excited that we're at the final stages where we'll be releasing the book in this early spring. So today I've decided to actually read the beginning of the book, just so you guys can have an idea of what to expect and to get ready to make your purchases, because this book is so real because it reaches into real lives. So tune in as I read the preface of the book. Thank you. I was asked the question, what is this book about? Having a baby is a blessing that may not come easy to everyone. In life, sometimes the things we wish for are the hardest to obtain. This book will explore what infertility looks like in the lives of real people. It is a collective of stories of people of color and their experiences with IVF. The reader, you, is taken through the journey. The journey will explore their lives and their struggles to create the greatest gift of all, a child. For many people, there are these perceived notions of what IVF is. From my experience, I did not understand what IVF was. However, I gained much insight into the process, including the rewards and the heartache. I decided to write this book, Hero, Memoirs of Infertility, with these emotions. Hero is not a collection of stories focused on who cannot physically have children, but from the perspective of the partner and their experience. I wanted to be heard, and I wanted others to listen to what the partner was experiencing. There are different ways individuals are deemed infertile and choose IVF as an option. These options can come with some detrimental results. Relationships are lost with IVF, and people get divorced. Some people are still together, yet emotionally alone. You never know who will make it. The stresses of the process include financial, emotional, physical, and grief. 1 in 4 women experience miscarriage regularly. A woman going through IVF treatments can experience multiple miscarriages consistently. You are in a position where you want the most incredible thing, and it keeps slipping through your hands. As you read these stories, you may question your perception and own thoughts on infertility. Here are some plain facts. Women of color are more likely to suffer from infertility, and the statistics show explicitly 50% more proneness. What that means is the all-time stigma, Black women are super fertile, unfortunately is nothing but a myth. A rumor in society and a reason not to see that Black women, women of color, need help. Through these stories, we will see multiple people's journeys and take a look at struggle and triumph. First, let's explore how I got here in the first place. I was the firstborn of many. At first, I only had my sister, and for 8 years of my life, it was just us. Life was rough. We had aunts and uncles who were there for us. Of course, my parents were there as well. But then again, this was the 80s. Whose parents could completely be there? Our community was plagued with drugs and violence. My family experienced its fair share. Then in 1988, the siblings came and did not stop coming until I left for college. Once I got to college, I was happy with my space away from my many siblings. As a child, you do not know how to appreciate having a team, and it feels more like a burden. It was a relief at this time in my life. I felt a force at home to care for them all. Then there is this energy that exists when you are the firstborn. There is this pressure to be a leader. And with my family being so large, Being the leader meant carrying a heavy load behind me. I was happy to be away and have space to be the person I wanted to be. And that person was a girl who wanted to be with girls. I could freely express my sexuality by my freshman year. I found who made my heart beat. By my junior year in college, I had my apartment and my first wife. She came into my life as I thought I wanted, including a baby girl. We moved fast and began to live in this world as a family. Young and naive, of course. There were concerns, but I had a family. At this time is when I realized I wanted to have several children. A decade later, we had 3 children who all came so quickly, including my son, who I conceived and gave birth to naturally. After 12 years of this relationship, we had to part. The issues were too significant to stay together, and we had to go our separate ways. The separation, like many, was not the easiest, but necessary. I left this marriage with my son by my side and his sisters in limbo, but I was happy to be free. Shortly after leaving, I was ready to get to know people. I was content being a mom of 3 and making progress in my professional career, but also wanted to grow in other directions personally. Life was changing, and I was excited to see where it was going. Then it happened. I met her again. Not necessarily for the first time, but for the first time in this lifetime. We reconnected at a party, and we opened our destiny at that moment. Fast forward a few years, and we have our first date, which is now the first of many. So thank you all for tuning in. Please look forward to more details about Hero and its release date. Again, Hero, Memoirs of Infertility. It will make you cry. It will make you be angry. It will make you happy. It will cause confusion. And that's what you call for a great story. So I look forward to everybody reading it and critiquing the book and really just sharing the message about what I really want to get out there about Black women and infertility. Because, I guess everything that I do is a lesson. I just can't help being an educator with everything that I do. So very excited about this book to release my story and my piece on what infertility is, and honestly just other aspects of who I am as an individual. It's a great opportunity to get to know Dr. Glow a little bit better as you read through this book. I want to take this moment to say thank you to my editor again, Vanessa Moore. I shout her all the time. You guys, I work with her. She's one of my favorite business partners. We do everything together. We on our national tours together, and I just really love her. And I'm just very excited that she has coached me through the process to make this book and this vision come to life and actually into print. So I'm very excited about that. So thank you all for tuning in today. Please share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. As we go into the next year, I will be adding new content to the channel, including interviews with women who've experienced infertility and really digging into the stories behind some of the ideas that were expressed in the book. So look forward to that. And thank you all and have a good night.